We're here today with Loren Acuna. She's a fiduciary, and I have questions about what a fiduciary is. And I'm going to start with that one. What is a fiduciary?
What is a fiduciary is an excellent question. A lot of people have heard the word, but they're not sure what role we play. And actually, the term refers to a licensed professional in the state of California that is licensed to handle trusts, be a financial agent, or be a conservator.
Okay. What licensing do you have to have, or education?
To get the license from the state of California, you need to have a BA, and then you have to take additional classes specifically related to the work of being a trustee or a conservator. You take a test, you pass the test, you have to have a certain number of clients, and then away you go. So there are some people who have very little experience, and others, like myself, who have quite a few years of experience.
How long have you been doing it?
Well, I've been handling estates since the turn of the century. And what that really means is I've worked in a law firm and walked many people through first spouse to die, probates, trust administration, and then I got my license in 2011 and have been handling numerous cases since then, just trusts, conservatorships, and a lot of different interesting situations.
Is there any required continuing education?
There is. We have to meet a requirement that the state of California has set for the licensing every year, and the professional association that I'm a member of also requires the same or more. And in my particular group, I expect even more education because there's a lot to learn about what we do.
That's true. Who needs a fiduciary?
Well, everybody needs an agent to be their healthcare agent once they turn 18. Whether you need a professional fiduciary or not is kind of the question, because everyone needs an agent for health. Everyone who owns a home needs to have a trust in California to save some money on the probate, and so you're going to have to name a trustee. Many people name a family member or a friend, but not everyone has a family member or a friend that will actually be able to do that job. So that's where a professional steps in.
Do you specialize in any certain type of clients?
Well, I like challenging cases, and I do take on conservatorships, generally from people that I already know and trust, attorneys, because they are very involved. I do a lot of work for trusts as a trustee and also as an agent. Those are the general kind of cases that I do.
Okay.
One more, I'm just going to actually, sorry.
Oh, sorry.
One more type of case that I specialize in that many professional fiduciaries haven't done are charitable trusts.
Okay.
So when someone wants to give money in a charitable trust form, and usually they own real estate or they own highly appreciated stocks, they are sometimes advised to create a charitable trust, and they need an independent trustee to do that.
Okay. Are you always legally bound to act in the best interest of your client?
That is the definition of fiduciary. We have to put our client's interests first above all. And so, for example, when we take on a case as a conservator, if for some reason the person does not have enough money and they outlive their money, the courts do not let us out of those cases. We continue to work for free.
And how are your services charged? What are the fees involved?
So for a trustee, there's no charge to be named as a trustee. It's free insurance. Once I begin acting as the trustee or an agent, normally it's a charge of percentage of assets, around 1% in general, depending on the size of the estate. And if I serve as an agent, let's say a healthcare agent, and there's more time involved, then there is an hourly rate also.
Okay. Can you advise my chosen family member that's part of a trust as a trustee to give advice on how to proceed?
That is an excellent question, and I am not an attorney. So my role in that situation would be limited, potentially to helping them keep things organized and giving them pointers to attorneys that they can talk to. So I tend to choose to take on cases that I will actually be acting as the trustee because I'm not an attorney and I don't want to be put in a situation of giving advice that's legal advice. So I have to be careful about that.
Okay. What's the best part of your job?
Well, dealing with the people is the best part by far. It's an odd kind of thing to think about. I tend to step in when someone has dementia. And so family members have memories of this person before they had dementia. But I interact with them as they are. And I find it like a puzzle to get to know them, who they've been and what their interests are and their values, so that I can be their guardian angel, basically. I really enjoy the idea that there is this protection for people, and a lot of people don't even know that we're
So another question. What happens if something happens to you as a fiduciary?
That is a really good question. You'd think that that's something we should know how to do because we handle it for other people. So the ACE Fiduciary Group is actually being built in order to deal with that, to provide succession planning for my practice. And I have agreements with other fiduciaries to step in if something were to happen to me, and basically make notification to the people who need to know and begin the work of taking on those cases.
Perfect. Thank you. Well, I appreciate your time today. If someone wanted to get a hold of you, what would be the best way to reach you?
Well, there's two ways. One is my phone number, which is 925-906-1882. Also, I can receive emails through my website, which is acefiduciary.com.
All right. Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you, Kurt.